Hello everyone, and let's look at the practicals of CND, and this we are going to do it in the Cisco Packet Tracer. So the first practical which we are going to do is we are going to construct a very simple local area network. We have 4 PCs which are connected over a wired network. So we are going to use a switch, and we are going to connect these 4 PCs to this switch. So what I'm going to demonstrate to you is how you're going to use Cisco Packet Tracer for doing this experiment. There are 2 things that you will need to do. One is you need to decide on what kind of an IP addressing that you would like to give. So here we are going to follow IP version 4. So I'll just show you how we are going to do that, and then we need to connect it to the switch. So that you can actually check in the simulation how this thing works. So let me just go to the Cisco Packet Tracer. So if you come down here, you will see that there are different categories of the devices. So you have a network device. So if I click on this, I'll be getting all the network devices here. So there's a hubs, there's a router, there is a switch. If I click on the next category, that's the end devices. So I can see a PC which is an end device. So I see here PC, laptop, etc. Okay. If I click here and if I click on the router, I get all the list of the routers. If I click on the switch, I get the list of the different switches that I would like to add to this simulation. So first let me add the 4 PCs. So it's going to be a very simple network. So I'm just clicking on this, and you can drag and drop, or you can just click and click into this work area. The effect would be the same. So I have 1 PC, I have the second PC, I have the third PC, and I have the fourth PC. So I have taken the 4 PCs. So basically I'm going to have a small network where there's 4 PCs are connected. Now in order to connect these 4 PCs, I would require a networking device. So the networking device that I'm going to use, we are going to start with a very simple network. So let's keep things very simple. So the first is the most networking device that is available to me is a switch, and that's a 2960 category of a switch. So I'll just click it here and here. So I'm having a 2960 switch. Now I need to connect this machines to the switch. If I just come to this connection wizard, I'm having the different kinds of the cables that are available here. This lightning one which you see is the most mechanism of connection, where you need not really worry about what kind of connectors are there, or whether it is a clocking device or not a clocking device. Right now, to keep things simple, I'm not going to talk about the physical connections where we use a straight cable or a crossover cable. We have already seen that as a part of theory. So I'm going to use here this magic connection, and I'll click on this PC. Let me start in the order itself where the numbers are PC 0. So I click on this PC and I connect it to this switch, and again I have to repeat this 4 times to connect these 4 devices to the switches, 4 computers to the switches. So I have this PC2 connected, and I have this PC3 connected. Now my connections are done. Basically, if you see here a green color LED kind of thing glowing, that means the connection is through. Here if you see, there's one which has turned from red to green. This means that this connection to the switch is complete. Okay, there's the second one which is done. It takes a bit of a time because it builds its own MAC table, and that is where it is taking a bit of a time. So now all the devices are connected, but the thing is that our PCs yet do not have any IP addresses. So though they are connected it may not be possible for me to reach the PC because the PC doesn't have an IP address. So let me just give the IP addresses. So in order to give an IP address, let me left click on that PC. Once I left click on that PC, I'll come to config. Now in the config, you see here on the left hand side there are the global setting algorithms interfaces. So we need to give an IP address for an interface. So here there's a fast Ethernet. So let me just select this fast Ethernet. There's a one LAN card only. If you have multiple LAN cards, you will see fast Ethernet 0, fast Ethernet 1, and so on and so forth. So right now I'm not using a DHCP, I'm using a static IP. And since this is a very small network and it's a local area network, I'm going to use 192.168.10.1 as my IP address for the first machine. And I'm not doing any kind of a subnetting, so it's a class C subnet mask 255.255.255.0. so this is it. I have completed giving IP to my PC0. Let me just repeat this with my PC1. So since I have to put everything into one single network, the first machine was 192.168.10.1. So let me make this as 2, have this as my class C IP, and that's it. So I have done with the PC1 here, that is the nomenclature is PC1, which is my second PC actually. Then I come to the third PC. So let me come to the first Ethernet, static IP 192.168.10.3, and I have 255, 255, 255, and let me close this. So third PC is done. We are coming to the fourth PC, and this is static. Okay, I don't want to give it here, I want to give it in fast Ethernet interface. So 192.168.10.4, and I have the class C subnet mask. So this is done. I have given IP address to all the 4 PCs. Now we need to check whether this IP address is whether the PC has got an IP address correctly or not. So there are 2 ways of doing this. One is if you can just hover a cursor over that, you would see the fast Ethernet, the port. The port fast Ethernet 0. It says link up, and the IP address is 192.168.10.1/24. So that means the machine has taken the IP address well. The other way we can look at it is if you don't want to go that way and you want to go a very traditional way of looking at it from a command prompt, then you can go into a command prompt and say ipconfig, and it will display me 192.168.10.0.1, and my subnet mask is 255.255.0. So there are multiple ways of accessing the information. As you do the practicals and as you explore the Cisco Packet Tracer, you will be learning those things. So basically, let me just check, hovering it over here. Yes, it is 192.168.10.2. This is also got the IP address, and this one has also got an IP address. So which means now all the machines I should be able to ping them. Okay, so let me just okay, so let me just try and ping the PC. So I'll select, you can select any one of the PC to start with. So let me just select the PC0. I'll go to the desktop, I'll go to the command prompt where we had checked using ipconfig the IP address. So let me just ping the IP address of this PC is 192.168.10.1. So from this PC, that is from 192.168.10.1, let me try to ping 192.168.10.2. So Fine, I'm getting here the reply, and which means that the PC 192.168.10.2 can communicate with .1 PC. Now let me do the same thing with the other PCs. 192.168.10.3. So yes, it is working fine, so that's great. Let me try with the fourth PC, 192.168.10.4. So yeah, this is also working fine, which means from PC 0 I can reach all other PCs. So they are well connected in the network. Now this is just to cross check. Let me just check with any another one of the PCs. So let me select PC 3. I'm just randomly selecting. You can choose PC2 or PC1, no problem with that. From here now I need to know what is its IP address. There are two ways, of course. You can go into the configuration of fast Ethernet interface, and you can see there, or you can type IP config here to just see what is the IP address, so that you don't start pinging itself. Okay, so ping 192.168.10.1. okay, yes, it is working fine, so that's good. Let me just try one more, and you can then later on keep on experimenting with this. 192.168.10.2. so yeah, the 2 is also working fine. As a network engineer, of course, I will need to check each and every connection, but right now, since this is simulation, I'm saying okay, fine, things seems to be working. And this is how we are done with the first experiment. That is a very simple experiment. I've just used a switch. I have not configured the switch, but I have taken the machines, four PCs, and I have given them the IP address. So that's the end of this practical. Thank you.